Welcome to Google Ads for Skool. This is a complete tutorial. I'm going to walk you through how to get a Google Ads credit if you're creating a new Google Ads account. Up to about $5,500 is the best I've seen ever. I'm also going to show you how to set up conversion tracking for Skool step by step. And then I'm going to walk you through exactly how to create a campaign to mimic this particular Google Performance Max campaign that I'm running to my Google Ads Skool right now. So this one's getting cost per conversion of $3.91. That's Canadian. So that's around $275, $250 in that neighborhood US. And these are high value, high ticket potential customers that are my ideal customer avatar. And the lifetime value of these customers in the inside tracking of Skool right now is $63.21. So I'll just actually show you that right now real quick. So you go into the Google Ads Realtor Masterclass, which is my high ticket paid community, and we can see that the ARPU is 222 and the lifetime value LTV is 63.21. So let's jump into getting the Google Ads credit. Super critical. So you go to ads.google.com. Doesn't have to be caps like that. It will forward to business.google.com. And then based on where you are is where it's going to show. So I'm in Canada, so it's showing Canadian. If I was in the US, I just go to US in this particular URL. And then it's going to show you in US funds. Most people, the mistake they make is they click choose now. What that does is it just selects the one option. And there's usually 3 options to choose from. So if you just scroll down, you can go down to offer A, offer B, and offer C. So let me just explain exactly what this is. So you spend $500 in with Google Ads in the first 60 days of your account being created, and then you'll unlock a $500 credit. This one is you spend $1,500 to unlock $1,000. This one's you spend $3,000 in the first 60 days to unlock $1,500. So the really critical thing about this is it's only for brand new accounts. And it's from the second, literally the day that you create the account. So if I create an account today, that 60 days starts today and I've got 60 days to do the spend. And the one caveat that a lot of people don't know that can make them ineligible is when they create the account, they need to attach either a billing profile or a credit card. If you don't do that, sometimes it will make it so that you're not eligible to get that credit after the 60 days. So in setting the account up, make sure you're going to start running ads immediately, as well as you're going to connect that billing profile. So do that. And yeah, get some free money. The best I've ever seen here as an offer is spend $3,000 to get $5,500 within 60 days, which is just freaking amazing. Let's jump back over here. So this is where I'm going to set up the conversion tracking for Google Ads in a Skool community. So you go into your Google Ads account after it's created, you go to where it says tools, and then you click on data manager. This is going to get you your Google tag. So you need the Google tag by clicking manage. And then right here is the Google tag that you need, the AW, and then these numbers. So you're just going to copy this. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Skool community. You're going to click on settings, and then you're going to click on plugins, and then you're going to scroll down to where it says Google Ads tracking and click on it. So right here, the Google tag ID, that's the tag ID that I just copied from the settings within Google Ads. So you're going to put that here. And then you're going to find the conversion label. So the conversion label, we're going to go back to where it says connected products here. We're going to create a conversion action. We're going to click on goals. We're going to click on conversions and then summary. So in here, what we'll be able to do is create a conversion action to track the conversion in Skool, track page views, as well as be able to track when they complete the sign up, whether it's paid or whether it's free. So let's scroll down right here where it says create conversion action. Click on that. There we go. So we're going to uncheck conversions from phone calls. We're going to make sure it says skool.com conversions on a website. If it doesn't, just click edit, put that, click scan. It's usually going to make you want to use the HTTPS, which is the security one. Click apply, click done. So we're good. We're just doing conversions on a website, save and continue. So now we decide whether we want to track it as a sign up or a purchase. If it's a free community, track it as a sign up. If it's paid, you can do that as well too. But you can also track it as a purchase if you want. It's up to you. Click sign up. We're going to set up manually using code, and then we're going to click done. Then we're going to click save and continue. And if we scroll down to where it says use Google Tag Manager and click on that, this is going to give us our conversion label. So we've already got the conversion ID. It's just minus the AW, but you want to put the AW in like I did in the previous step. And then our conversion label. So we're going to copy all of this. And what we're going to do is if there's a little hyphen or something right at the end, which often there is, you need to copy that too. That's actually part of the conversion label. And then we're going to go back over to the settings. So in here where it says conversion label, that's where we're going to that's where we're going to paste the conversion label. And then we're going to click save and on, and then it will be tracking and everything will be rocking and rolling. So that is how you do conversion tracking setup properly within Skool. So now that we've got that done, now that we've got the Google Ads credit, we've got the conversion tracking set up. Now what we need to do is we need to talk about audiences. One of the most important thing in Google Ads as far as getting people to sign up on your Skool community is making sure you have quality traffic and the traffic that's going to be as close to your avatar as possible. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to use a combination of retargeting, so people that have been on your Skool page already, and I'm going to use customer lists too, and I'm going to show you exactly how I've set that up. So if we go into the audience manager, the way you do that is you click over on tools, under shared library, and then audience manager. So you'll have, once you've set up conversion tracking for a period of time, as long as you have auto tagging and auto audiences clicked on, which I'll show you exactly where that is. You go to admin, click on account settings, and then click on auto tagging. So make sure that is on. And then also for customer match, scroll down and make sure that you turn on conversion-based customer lists. What this will do is it will automatically populate that audience section that I showed you before with people that are just automatically on your website, signing up and whatnot. So I'll walk you through the list that we're going to use, and then I'll show you the list actually directly in Google Ads as we're setting up the Performance Max campaign. So I'm using a combination of customer lists. Customer lists are when you click the little button here and you upload a formatted list that then Google goes and tries to match as many of those people as possible. The big list I have here is what we call Zillow Realtors. My ideal customer avatar for my high ticket item is realtors in Canada and the US. Then I set up Google Ads for them. So I have about 200,000, 190,000 of these that it's matched through a customer list. Then I've got people that have visited my Skool site in a specific period of time, people that have visited my free community page, my about page, realtors. I've got a big list of realtors. It's about 7,400 that are matched right now. Then if we scroll down, there's other variations of free community members. There's Lofty users, which is a real estate CRM that I use. There we go. Yeah. So it's really, really powerful to use a combination of retargeting lists and customer lists. Usually what happens when people create a Performance Max campaign is they can get the ad to serve, they get it to get a lot of people to view it, a lot of people to click it, but it's not quality traffic. So you're just wasting your money. I'd much rather take a lot more time in making sure that the audience and the targeting is proper so that you're not just burning through hundreds or thousands of dollars to get people to your page when they're not your ideal customer avatar. So put a lot of time and effort into making sure this is accurate. It will save you a lot of money. It'll get you a much better return on your investment, because these are going to be people that are actually interested in your offer. So you should be willing to spend the money to get them to come to your page. So I just wanted to go through that a little bit to show you sort of what the targeting is going to be. When I go through the step-by-step for the Performance Max campaign, I'll select these and you'll see exactly where I select them. So I'm going to show you just an example of the ads that we're going to create. So Performance Max campaigns actually do Google search, which is like when you search in Google or the keyword phrase, display, so like image ads that you would see across the 3 million partner websites that Google has. YouTube ads, everybody's pretty familiar with YouTube. Discover, which is also an image ad that you'll see on Android devices and Google News and a bunch of different places, as well as Gmail, so ads directly in Gmail. So the beauty about Performance Max campaigns is that they'll serve to all of these places, and then they'll find the one that's that converts the best, and then it will just double and triple and 10 times down on that particular format and get you as many leads, as many people to sign up for your free or your paid community as possible. The caveat is the signal that you give it and the audience you're saying to go after needs to be really, really dialed in. You need to take a lot of time to make sure that's right, Because if there's one thing Performance Max campaigns are good at, is spending your money. So if you have the great audience, that's fantastic. You want it to spend your money and you want it to get better and better and better. But if you have a poor audience, it's going to spend your money for unqualified traffic, and you do not want to do that. So let's go right over to here. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on Create Campaign, and we're going to start a Performance Max campaign from scratch. So here we're going to choose your objective. We're going to click Leads. It's going to have whatever sign up you put here. I highly recommend if you have a specific, just only one sign up, to choose that. So I would remove the contacts goal, remove submit lead forms goal. You don't want to muddy the water and have it not know what a conversion is. So in here, it's got 5 actions. So sign up free, that's my actual free community sign up one. So make sure it just says signups here, click continue. And then here's where we decide what sort of campaign type we want. So we're going to do Performance Max, which is that one that I showed you in the beginning. The final URL is going to be skool.com/ads, which is this. And it says Leads Performance Max. I just do something like PMax to Google Ads Skool. That's what I usually do, some variation like that. Click continue. So here we are in the campaign setup. So we're in bidding. So it says, what do you want to focus on? Because we're in a Performance Max campaign, we can't select anything except for conversion value and conversions. And you have to have conversion tracking set up for this particular campaign to run, which is why previously in this video, I showed you how to do it. Skool makes it real easy. I've been doing Google Ads for 15 years. And that's one of the easiest setups I've ever experienced as far as conversion tracking. And it works like perfectly. It works really, really well. So we're going to do conversions. I don't recommend setting a target cost per action to start. That's a target cost per lead or conversion. The reason being is you're going to throttle your spend. If you're like, hey, I want to spend $3 or $4 per lead, you might not be able to do that in the beginning. You might have to start at 15 or 20 and then it'll work its way down. So it won't serve your ad if your price is too high or too low in the beginning. So just leave that off would be my recommendation. Leave this off as well. Click next. So now you're going to think about location targeting. For my example that I just showed you, I'm targeting realtors in United States and Canada. So I do United States and Canada. And then this is one that people often forget in targeting, is it says location options. So whether you want to include, the default is presence or interest, meaning people regularly in or who've shown interest in your included locations. That's what's recommended. For my application, I don't want people that have shown an interest. I actually need the people to be in or regularly in the included location because I'm looking for licensed realtors that are in Canada or the US. So I select this bottom one, and a lot of people forget about this particular setting here or don't even know it exists. So we're going to scroll down. I'm going to use English, item not found. Let's just click that. English. Okay. Then we're going to go EU, so European Union political ads. By default, you just turn this off in your account, but if it says it here, just put no, this campaign does not have EU political ads. Click on more settings. We're going to look at this, make sure nothing is wonky here. Depending on your application, you may want to turn off some of these. If, for example, it's impossible for people to click through and actually join your Skool community from a TV, I would turn that off. In my application, I have turned that off just because I find they can't sign up. Click next. So here's where the actual ad copy and everything is ready to go. So if you have great ad copy already, go ahead and write your own ads. This is pulling directly from the landing page, from this page right here, and it's going to select some images and whatnot to based on this particular landing page, which is the about page. I have my own ad copy, so I've been testing it and I've iterated it really, really well. But if you're just starting from scratch, this is a good way to start. This is not necessarily going to perform the best, but it could perform really well out of the gate. So it's worth a test for sure. So let's click next. It says asset group name. You can name this whatever you like. So business name, I put Google Ads Masterclass as the business name. Logos, I use the Skool logo, which you're allowed to do because it's going to a Skool site. The Google and the ads and Google Ads logos I use as well because that is my business. I do not change custom colors. For assets, you need to put, the final URL is here, you need to put some headlines. So you need at least 3 headlines, and you need a long headline, and you need at least 2 descriptions. So let me go ahead and grab those. So free course, 91,000 leads has done really well for me. So headline. So headlines, you can do up to 30 characters, and then long headlines, I believe, are 90, and then descriptions, I believe, are 90 as well. So let's go back here. Just copy and pasting these. Of course, these need to speak to your avatar and what's in your community. Like my community has a masterclass, like a free video course. So that's really valuable for people for free. So I bring out the results, the proof that I've had, as well as I talk about the free course sometimes in the actual ad copy, because that's the main reason a lot of them are going to go sign up, is they want to do this free course and start benefiting from Google Ads, right? So the long headline, I've got this one. And then description, I'll put 2 descriptions. So we got that one. And we got this one. Okay, so now we're scrolling down and it's got suggested images. It doesn't have any images yet. So this is a great one right here. This is just from my assets. So I'm going to select that one. What I found works really well too is I have a CRM that I use called Lofty, which is like a real estate CRM that a lot of my potential customers use. So I'll show proof inside that. So like a screenshot of leads coming to that are really, really high value. And that obviously captures them too and makes them go, oh, wow, this is relevant for me. So let's scroll down. You can add videos as well. So I've got a couple little 15-second clip videos that sort of explain stuff. Little screenshots of thumbnails from YouTube and whatnot. So you can use that as well. Site links, you could do that. This one right here, I'm not going to. Excuse me. So you can see here, Help Center, Skool.com. So we want to remove these. It's obviously populating these automatically. We don't want these because these don't make sense for my application. I don't want to pay for traffic to go to the Skool Help Center. So you just click edit, and then we're going to uncheck these. These are just auto created by Google. So make sure you do that if you do create a campaign like this. Click save. So those site links are gone. We're not going to need site links because predominantly we're probably going to be running YouTube, display, discover, and Gmail ads. If you do have really good search volume for a particular keyword phrase, then it would make sense to maybe have site links, but that's a different video. That's if we're going to target specifically search and look for some low-hanging fruit. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. What we're doing here is we're allowing Google to decide which of these formats and prove which of these formats works the best. So I'm not going to include any keywords. I'm only going to include the audiences that I showed you, which are retargeting lists from Skool, as well as customer lists of my exact customer avatar that Google's going to go match and then find others like it. So if we scroll down for the call to action, I recommend using automated. Instead of choosing one, it'll just cycle through these and find the ones that convert the best. Scroll down, scroll down. So because we're not focusing on search, I'm not going to do any promotions. I'm not going to do any call outs. I'm not going to do any structured snippets. I'm certainly not going to do a lead form. A lead form is really attractive with Google because it actually has a form pops up. And then what they do is they actually sign up with that form with their logged in Google information, their account information. But that's not going to work to actually sign up on Skool. That would work if you just wanted them to sign up and get an email with their information. We're not looking for that here. We're looking for them to visit your about page and then sign up. So scroll down, skool.com/ads is what I put for mine. That's my URL. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. So signals, this is the big one. So search terms, I'm not going to put any here because I'm not looking for the search, the Google search angle here. That's a different campaign, even though Performance Max includes Google search. I'm looking for the rest of it, the image-based ones with some text, like on Google, on YouTube, on Discover ads, as well as display ads and Gmail ads. So here's where we're going to put the data. We're going to leave this blank. And for the audience signal, this is where we're going to put the data. So we can search here and it's got a bunch of different ones. I can browse. customer lists of mine, YouTube users, website visitors. You can also search directly in other segments. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Lofty CRM. I'm going to do, where is it here? I'm going to do consumer lists, Lofty CRM, Lofty users, realtors, sign up for free. So this is a signal, even though it's people that are already in the community. I want it this as a signal because this is obviously my avatar. Sign up conversion based because that is another way of doing that. US EXP agents, uses Lofty CRM, Zillow realtors. What here is I'm building a signal for Google Ads to say, these are the types of people, not these people specifically necessarily, though it will show it to these people, but these people and people like these people, because we want as big of an audience as possible. So that's why I kind of harped on it at the beginning of this video a bit, is that the audience is extremely important with this type of campaign. It does not work without the proper audience. It will spend money and it will get you impressions and clicks, but they won't be the right avatar, which I don't want to pay for, and I'm sure you don't want to either. So it's a little bit of work to make sure you have that audience right, but it is worth the wait and it is worth the work when you get it right. Scroll down, click next. So now it says your average daily budget, and it's saying cost per conversion, it's estimating around $3, which is actually really accurate. It's actually what I'm hitting. I'm hitting about $3, just under $3 US. Which is about $375, $390. I've only been running this campaign for a month, and it's got now over 100 signups with that. So very inexpensive. So once I know for sure that the avatar is really, really good and the targeting is working really, really well, I'll just scale it up and obviously get more customers, of course, right? So we're going to click next. You can name, oh, it's already got a name of this. So 2. There we go. We're going to click confirm. So it just popped up and made me verify on my phone. I have a Google Pixel. It sometimes will send you a text message. You have to put in the information there to double verify that it is you trying to do this campaign. So if you go through here, English items not found. I've seen that happen before. That is an interesting one. So we'll probably have to save this and then just click publish after. So click next, click next, click next. Click, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Next, next. There we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. So basically what you'll have to do if you do see items not found, which occasionally I've seen this happen before, we're going to do English on this one and just add another one. Just remove French. And then scroll down, next, next. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Next, next. Perfect. So when you have it proper and it's actually working, what's going to happen is you're going to have just a little publish button up here. It says publish. When you click that publish button, what it will do is it will do some more verification checks for errors and stuff like that, like it's having with the English one. And then you'll be good to go. So if you do have the one that I'm having, which is the item not found for English, just back out of this campaign. It will be saved as a draft. Refresh the page and go back into it, and you should be good to go. And it should configure and it should work really properly for you. So I hope this has been valuable for you. I really am super passionate about Google Ads. I've been doing Google Ads for 15 years. I love running Google Ads for my Skool community. I haven't really shown too many people how to do this for Skool because I've been learning how to do it for Skool myself, just to make sure that it works. Generated tens of thousands of online signups within Skool, and hopefully you can comment below and you can talk about the wins you're having, and hopefully this tutorial was really valuable for you, and I appreciate each and every one of you for watching it. So I'll see you in the next video.